Hey everyone, today we're diving into the Magger68 from Luminkey, a HallEffect gaming keyboard that's packed with features at an attractive price point. It comes in two versions, the performance model priced at around 140 euros and the professional model at 170 euros. The performance version is great if you're new to HallEffect keyboards, offering a simple case design and gather-on magnetic white switches, while the professional version takes things a bit further with an upgraded case in my favorite switches, the gather-on Jade Pros. I've been a fan of the Jade Pros for a while now, and they're honestly one of the best reasons to go for the Pro model in my opinion. But it's not just about the switches. The Pro case design adds refined contours and a beautiful machined weight on the back that in my opinion makes it feel a lot more premium and gives it that custom keyboard vibe. And this is actually also the reason why we are going to focus on the Pro model in this review. Both versions however come in the same three colorways: E-Milky White, Anodized Black and Anodized Champagne Gold. I went with Champagne Gold and I think it looks absolutely stunning. As for the packaging, the Magger68 comes in a clean grey cardboard box. Inside you will find the keyboard, a nicely illustrated user manual and an accessory box containing a braided USB-A to USB-C cable, one replacement switch and both a keycap and switch puller. For a keyboard in this price range, the unboxing experience is pretty solid. The Magger really shines in terms of build quality. The anodized finish, inspired by old school Apple products, feels smooth and premium, and with a hefty weight of 1.2 kilograms, keyboard feels solid and very well made. That being said though, I do have some minor complaints with this case. The bottom of the case does feel a bit hollow, which does affect the sound profile. The lower rows sound louder and clackier, while the top rows have a deeper, more muted tone. It's not a deal breaker, especially in this price range, but something to keep in mind. The keycaps are made out of PBT in collaboration with Alloa KB. They are relatively thick, however I do think that they lack a bit of texture, especially for gaming. And as for the overall design, the translucent red accents on the escape and arrow keys are definitely a nice touch. But for me, the rest of the keycaps don't really look that nice. I personally don't like the large and thin font and the busy graphics on the modifiers, which just overall makes the keyboard look a bit cheap. Personally, I prefer the cleaner keycaps on the black and white models. On top of that, I've noticed that some legends are slightly crooked or off center, which is an issue I've seen a lot with Alloa KB keycaps before, and I really hope that they are going to fix this in the future. Typing on the Magger68 however, it does feel really nice. The aluminum plate, silicone dampeners, Jade Pro switches and pre-looped stabilizers deliver a great stiff typing experience with a smooth bottom out. While the sound inconsistencies are definitely there, the overall feel and performance are still impressive for this price. Plus the case is easy to open, making it mod friendly for you enthusiasts. As for the performance, this keyboard has 8000 Hz polling rate and 4000 Hz scan rate, so it's not true 8K Hz. That being said though, I still think that it's incredibly responsive and more than enough for competitive gaming. However, I did face quite a bunch of issues with this keyboard, especially with the software. Key remapping didn't always work out without restarting the software. Actuation point adjustments were unreliable and rapid trigger settings were inconsistent. Advanced features like SOCD caused glitches and keys would spam uncontrollably if set to anything lower than 0.4mm actuation. To make things worse, there was no typing profiles, so switching between setups was a hassle, and updating the firmware was a nightmare as well because I just couldn't update it. However, there are good news. After the latest updates, I could finally update this keyboard and all of the before mentioned issues have been resolved. Key remapping now works quite well, actuation points adjust as expected, and rapid trigger settings are now reliable. Advanced features like SOCD and 0.1mm actuation also finally work as advertised. Additionally, typing profiles have been added, making it much easier to switch between setups for gaming, work or anything else. That being said though, the software still feels a bit overwhelming, especially if you're not familiar with all of its options. And while it's functional, I think there's a lot of room for improvement in making it more user friendly. So is the Magger68 worth it? After the updates, I would definitely say yes. It's an ambitious keyboard that delivers solid performance, solid build quality and some great features for its price. While the software had a rocky start, it's come a long way and now makes the Magger68 much easier to recommend. But what do you think? Have you tried the Magger68 or are you thinking about picking one up? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if this review was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.